what's up, ghouls and gals? It's me, Ryan.T here, and I'm about to review... What the hell was that? Is somebody here? What the fuck? Yeah, we're gonna have to ask you to reboot the Ryan.T show. Who the fuck are you, and why do you look like me?
Boss Ryan.
Alright, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop doing that, because that's really fucking creepy, man. Yeah, you would ask some dumb shit like that. That's why I'm Boss Ryan and you're Regular Ryan, okay? Boss Ryan? Regular Ryan? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? You really don't get this, do you? I'm fucking Boss Ryan, you're Regular Ryan, and so you're gonna reboot the fucking show, you got it? Okay! Well, what kind of ideas did you have? Sorry I got heated for a second, but you're gonna be reviewing reboots and remakes. Was that the end of your statement, or was there more? I don't get it. I don't get what you want me to do here. Such a Regular Ryan thing to say. Boss Ryan, out! Wait, what movie am I even supposed to review? Oh, fuck me.
Lights, camera, action, it's a Ryan.T show. Never been known to flow. If I had to review it, I say it's fire, bro.
It's the Ryan.T show.
They say everyone's a critic, but when I spit these rhymes, I make them sound so sadistic. Little insane, goddamn, I guess the kid did it.
It's the Ryan.T show.
Know what the last part of the song had to do with the Ryan.T show, but it's not a fire, so I put it in the theme song for the Ryan.T show.
It's the Ryan.T show.
I'm about to review another one. Hope it's not as shitty as the other one.
It's the Ryan.T show.
Oh yeah, bitch. Let's start the review now, ho.
I had another review plan, but since Boss Ryan wants me to do reboots and remakes now, I guess I'll humor him and I'll do a fucking remake. One of the worst remakes, actually. I very much like the film, if you ask me. Well, no one's asking you, so can you just shut up and let me do the goddamn review? Go on.
You suck.
Before I was rudely interrupted, I was saying I'm gonna review one of the worst remakes of all time. It's actually a shot-for-shot remake, which is weird because they've never, ever have fucking done that in the history of remakes, and I can see why they've never done that after watching Psycho, 1998's Psycho remake. The film, like I just said, is a shot-for-shot remake of the original film, of the 60s Psycho film, but with one major twist. The cast. The cast is a fucking mindfuck. Who cast these people? Who said that it was okay to cast fucking Vince Vaughn as Norman Bates? This is what Norman Bates looks like. This is what Vince Vaughn looks like. That doesn't go together. Who said that was good? Who let that happen? The fuck, was Vince Vaughn just cheaper because he was a rising star at that point? Like he wasn't that well known? Ah, God. Once again, look. This is what Norman Bates looks like. This is what Vince Vaughn looks like. How do these two things look alike? They don't. They don't. Since I said this is a shot-for-shot remake of the film uses the exact same music from the original film. The film tries to emulate the exact same feel of the original film, and it just fails at every single thing. Vince Vaughn is even sometimes saying the exact same lines that the original Norman Bates would say, and it does not, his performance does not even fucking come close to that guy's performance, the original Norman Bates performance. I want to say the original actor's name was Anthony Perkins. Vince Vaughn does not do his performance justice, nor does he even come close to doing his performance at all. Like there's one scene in particular which is the most important scene in the movie where Marion Crane, which is supposed to be the main character of the movie, comes and she's running away because she just stole $400,000 from her job that she works at. She works at kind of like a bank type deal. And so she goes to the Bates Motel, and he kind of like meets her, and the movie and the original film, it sets it up perfectly. Like Norman meets her, and he has this moment where he like looks at her, and he's just like, oh my god, like I'm really attracted to this woman. Vince Vaughn tries to do that, and he ends up coming off as just like a big, goofy, idiot, dumbass. Like, she walks in and he's like, like, that's basically what he does. That is literally basically what he does. And he tries to come off as like innocent because that's how the Norman Bates character is supposed to be. And he ends up just coming off as a fucking loser, like an idiot. Like the original Norman Bates, even in even Anthony Perkins' version, and hell, even the version in the AMC, or not AMC, the A&E series Bates Motel, that Norman, he's innocent. Like, you wouldn't suspect him to be a killer. But when you see Vince Vaughn's Norman Bates, you're just like, oh yeah, that guy's a killer. That guy's definitely a weirdo fucking killer. Like, he tries to pull off being like kind of like innocent and shy, and like tries to like, with his performance, he tries to like mislead the audience, like, oh, it's not me killing the people, it's my mom. But it's like, dude, no, like, I can so obviously tell that you're the one murdering people. You look like a fucking murderer, dude. So it's just it's just weird. And another thing of this movie that it's fucking, it's grating, it's annoying. This movie is annoying. Like, I was sitting there watching this movie, and the music, the score of the fucking movie, like, whoever did the score of the movie literally just put dramatic, like, tension building music in any random scene. It's like if they just like look at the scene and they were like, it's missing something. This scene with Anne Heche just like walking around looking for her clothes is missing something. Oh, I got it! And then it's like, normal shit's happening and the music is like so dramatic. It's like Anne Heche is getting dressed at one point in the beginning, and she's talking to like her boyfriend or lover kind of, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to take a trip. And he's like, oh really, you're gonna have to take a trip? And all while that's happening, then the background music's like boom 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 boom, and it's like, what the fuck? All they're doing is talking. Like, there's no tension to be built upon here. They're just two people talking, and they're having a normal conversation at that. And they even try to use the dramatic like music when she's like driving to make the scene seem more interesting, and it just really just comes out like her driving with dramatic music playing in the background. Like, she's just like like, imagine that going just for like 5 minutes straight. And like, you can even hear when like the score like loops around, it goes dun 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 dun, like you can like hear when it stops to go again. It's as if the director or editor of the sound or mixer, whoever, was just like, it's good enough like that, man. Just leave it alone, dude. These people aren't gonna care, man. And so much of this movie looks like they just like threw it together. They were like, they basically, the qualifications for this movie were, does it look like Psycho? Do you have the exact same scenes as Psycho? Like, yeah, we do. Okay, well then just put the movie together and put dramatic music in wherever the fuck you feel like putting it in. Another key scene that sticks out is the scene where Norman goes into Marion Crane's room, and he's of course gonna do the ring, 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 like he's in the Killer in that iconic scene. And well, like, he goes like, and he's like, and then like, it looks stupid. Like, the way that they filmed it like was dumb. Like, she's there getting stabbed and she's like, and like, you see where he's stabbing, but there's no marks or anything. Like, you see the knife enter and come out, like enter and come out, and there's nothing there. There's just like blood, and she just dies. I understand in the original Psycho, it was scary because it was, first of all, it was in black and white, and second of all, they like didn't really show a lot of the deaths, so you kind of filled in those blanks with your own imagination. That's what made that scene work. This scene, on the other hand, in the remake, it doesn't work for the fact that it's in color, the way that it's shot, the music is... They play the fucking tension building music before Norman even enters the room and before anything even happens. So before he even enters the room, my fucking immersion is broken because I already heard the dramatic tension building music. Any tension that music was gonna build up has been fucking lost because they already did it at a weird fucking random time. So the movie, it literally fails on all accounts. Like, it just, for a shot-for-shot remake, I don't understand how it could fuck up some of the most iconic looking shots in cinema history. They just seriously dropped the ball in this fucking movie. Like, the cast is weird. At one point, Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers comes out, and I'm just like, what the fuck is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers doing in this movie? And out of nowhere, Julianne Moore pops up, and she's like, I'm Marion's sister. And I understand that character was in the original movie, but they casted like big name actors like to play parts that were only in the movie for like 5 to 10 minutes. Even her sister is only like sporadically in the movie for like 5 to 10 minutes. And Viggo Mortensen's character, who plays her husband, is only shown like 3 times. Like, he's in the last like 10 minutes of the movie. He's like sprinkled like in the first like 4 or 5 minutes of the movie. And then in like the third act, they kind of like fuck around with this character a little bit. So it's just weird. Like, it's weird to see them make this movie and spend all this money to remake the exact same movie, and then for them to not add anything original to this movie. I mean, as we saw, there's something more to be added to the Bates Motel story. The Psycho story. There's something more to be added to that story. We just saw Bates Motel, which had like 4 seasons, and it was a good show. So I don't understand how this movie had such a good idea and just shit the bed totally. Just totally shit the bed. That's pretty much all I can say about the Psycho remake. I mean, oh yeah, there was one terrifying scene. There was one scene where Vince Vaughn was like simulating like masturbation. He was like, that was fucking terrifying. That was the most terrifying thing I had ever fucking seen in cinema. Here, check it out for yourself. Yeah, he went for it. He really went for it. It was as if he was like, you know what? If nobody remembers this movie for anything, they're gonna remember me doing this. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Alright guys, I'm Ryan.T, and I hope you liked this video. I know you did not like the Psycho remake. I hope you did not like the Psycho remake. Like I said, I hope you liked this video, and this is a new segment that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing these every Wednesday where I review a reboot or a remake of a previous film, and I'm going to call it Ryan's Reboots. So be sure to check these videos out and let me know what you think about these videos, guys. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.